Hello, Building a Better Detroit. My name is Greg, and you connected with my partner Josh on the Facebook group Find Contractors Near Me. You were posting in there advertising for your work. Josh reached out to you and offered that we would send you a video looking at your website, showing you what you might be able to do to get more customers finding you rather than having to post your services in Facebook. So I'm going to take a look at your website and I'm going to give you some suggestions as to what we could do for you. So by way of overview, it is all about beating your competition in Google. If you are not on the first page of Google, you're missing out on over 90% of all the traffic. Anyone searching for a big purchase or a big decision is starting on Google for their research and for their vendor selection. I'm going to give you some tips and tricks about your website related to content, backlinks, and citations. Content are the words and images throughout your website, both the quality and quantity. Backlinks are any time that your website is linked to from another website. This builds trust in your website in the eyes of Google, as long as Google trusts those other websites that link to you. And lastly, citations, any mention of your business name, address, and phone number on an online directory. These three things together allow Google to assume of you authority, trust, and relevance. This allows them to feel confident ranking you to the first page of Google. Let's go ahead and take a look at content to start with. Here I am looking at your website. Now, it does depend on your competition, but the rule of thumb for quantity is that we have at least 1,500 words on your homepage, and we have at least 500 words per service page in the back end. Now, just eyeballing your content here, looks like you're short. I think we're looking at about 300 to 400 words here on your homepage, and maybe somewhat similar on your services page. In actual fact, each of these services should be split out into its own page, which gives us an opportunity to rank that individual page too up in Google for more chances to be on the first page when customers are searching for construction management, property management, or contractor referral. So that's on the quantity side of things. Quantity is really important because if you're able to write that amount of words for your services, it does two things. Number one, it allows Google to assume of you that you are an authority. If you can write all these words about what you do, then they assume that you know what you're talking about. And the second thing is relevance. If you write all these words about your services, Google will assume that somewhere in those words are the answers that their customers are looking for. That makes you a relevant site to post to the first page of Google when anyone is searching for your services. That's on the quantity side of things. But on the quality side of things, it's very important that we choose the right words to write into your content. By the right words, I mean as follows. Here I did a search for property management Detroit. That is what we call a keyword phrase. We need to make sure that this phrase and many that are similar are written throughout your content. The reason being that Google needs to be able to make a connection between someone doing a search like this and your content that contains the same phrase. If your content doesn't contain the same phrase, there is no link and you can't be shown on the first page of Google. I'm going to go ahead and take a look here at an analytics tool that I have access to. Here I am looking at your website. The first thing I want to point out to you is that you have zero traffic. You have no visitors coming to your website right now, which means that you are not being found by potential customers searching for property management or construction management or contractor referral. The reason being, or one of the reasons being as follows. Google has probably read your website, but has not picked up any keywords, which means that they do not understand what your website is about, which means they cannot make a link between any of those searches and your website. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at one of your competition. So here is JMZ Management. We're also going to look at Metro Detroit RPM and Silverside Management. Now, the reason I chose these three are they are the top three results in Google. You can see here that JMZ gets over 1,400 visits a month just for property management. They're at the top of Google. Second place, Metro Detroit RPM, almost 500 visits. And in the third position, Silverside, they're getting 760 visits a month. Now we can imagine what their conversion rate is and how many new customers they are bringing on as a result of this traffic. Okay. Now we're talking about keywords. Keywords are how they are attracting this traffic. This is what JMZ has written into their content by way of keywords. Michigan property managers, Detroit property management, Garden City property management, Detroit, property management companies in Detroit. Now, this is a great list of keywords, and you can see here the search volume for each of these keywords per month. There are a lot of people searching for property management in Detroit. Now, this column here denotes the competitiveness of these keywords. This is a percentage. Some of these keywords are quite high in terms of competition. There'd be a lot of work to do here to get you ranked on the first page of Google. But you can see that there'd be a great advantage in terms of potential business finding you from doing this work. Okay, so that covers off content. It's about quality and quantity. I want to talk to you about the second one being backlinks, as I mentioned. Now, a backlink, as I said, is any time another website links to your website. This is Google's popularity contest. If Google trusts the website that links to you, they will by association trust you too. Now, what I'm pointing out to you here is your website has no backlinks. You are, I guess, essentially not participating in the internet. There are no other websites linking to you. The result of this is that you have a non-existent trust score. This DR number usually would be a percentage, and it would denote your trust score with Google. The higher, the better. Let's go ahead and have a look at the three competitors we're talking about. Now, JMZ has a trust score of 19, which is pretty good. They have a great number of backlinks, 3,400 backlinks. They have more than we need. Let's go ahead and have a look at Metro. So they only have 94 backlinks, 1,000 backlinks from 94 domains. But, you know, they only have a 6% trust score. That's quite easy to beat. And last but not least, Silverside. Fewer backlinks again, but a higher score than Metro. I guess the point I'm making here is there is a lot of opportunity here to build the trust score for your website to get you a lot of this traffic that we currently see flowing to these top three. We would go out and source the best possible referring domains. We would reach out to them. We'd request a link back to your site. We'd either pay or would register or some other method to get that link. But it's very effective to build your trust score. When Google trusts you, they can rank you. Now, the third thing I said I'd talk about are what we call citations. A citation is any mention of your business name, address, and phone number anywhere on the internet, on an online directory, both local and national. Think BBB, Yellow Pages, etc. The reason why this is extremely important is it puts you on the maps section of Google search. This maps section here are the first three results you see below these adverts. Almost half of any user at any one time has ads disabled, which means that these will be the first results you see. Now, this gives you your second opportunity to be on the first page of Google. You could be here in the maps and also here in the organic search. We do this by making sure that the number of times your business is mentioned in an online directory is greater than the number of times your competitors are mentioned in an online directory. This helps us win the maps section. Okay, so there you go. I'm going to end my video now, but I'm going to leave you with a summary. We talked about content, the quantity and the quality of that content. By quality, we mean keywords. We need to build a list of keywords and write them into your content. Number two, backlinks. Let's get your website trusted by Google. If you are trusted, you can be ranked. We build a large number of links between other websites back to your website to build trust. And the third thing is citations, to give you an opportunity to win the maps section. That is any mention of your business name, address, and phone number in an online directory. I'm going to send this video off. I hope that you find it useful. There's a great opportunity here to capture a whole bunch of traffic. And by the way, we just looked at property management. There's a whole another piece of research we can do for construction and for contractor referral. I also note in Facebook that you mentioned cleaning. So that seems to be a fourth service that we can try and rank you for. Anyway, there we go. Appreciate you watching my video, and I look forward to speaking to someone there shortly.